Hey guys, today we're going to talk about for loops in Python. Hopefully you know a little bit about loops, but just as a reminder, a for loop is used to iterate over elements of a sequence. So in other words, you have a code that you want to repeat a certain number of times, depending on our index value. So let's just start off with a very easy example. So let's say we have a list called fruits. Apple, banana, orange. So for our format, we're going to say for and then whatever our index name is. So let's say X, but you could also do A, you could do C, you could do whatever you want pretty much. For X in and then our range. So our range is just going to be our list. So in other words, our loop is going to go through each element and then it's going to run whatever our code is within the loop. So let's say we just want to print each element. We're going to say print parentheses and then our index variable. We're not going to say fruits because that would print our entire list for each element number. But I'll do an example with that so y'all can see what happens when you do put the name of the list. So, oh, and good thing this happened because y'all can see that if you don't put a colon, you're going to get an error. So you have to have a colon at the end of your loop statement. So here we go. Each element was printed in the list. But now if we say print fruits, it's going to print our list 3 times. It's going to go through each element number basically, and it's going to print that until it gets to the end of our list. Here you can see the list was printed 3 times. Let's do another quick example that may be helpful. Primary underscore colors, and I'll show y'all why I'm doing this underscore in a second. Red, blue, yellow. So we're going to say for colors in primary underscore colors. Basically it's saying for each element that we assign the variable colors in this name right here, within the list of primary underscore colors, print each variable of colors. So we're just going to say print colors. So you can do that with other list names. You could also just say, let's say we name this part name, and then we say name. Change that to name as well. It's just printing out each element of that variable name within the list. Oh, I didn't change that. And it printed the exact same thing that it printed before up here. The next thing I'm going to talk about is break and continue in for loops. So let's say we have, maybe let's just use our fruit example again. Let's just say for X in fruits, and we are going to use a conditional statement when we do a break in a loop. So let's say if our index value is equal to the string banana, and then we also need a colon here, what's going to happen is we want to break this loop. In other words, we want to end the loop if our index value is equal to banana. And if not, we are going to print our index value. So be careful with this indentation here. You don't want to put it all the way over here. It's got to be aligned with this conditional statement. So let's run that. So all it printed was apple because when it got to banana, it saw that there was a break. Now with the continue statement, what happens is when it gets to banana, it's just going to go on to the next iteration. It's not going to finish any of this code. So basically it's just going to skip over that element and it's not going to print banana. So here you can see that apple and orange were printed and not banana. The next thing I want to talk about is the range function. So let's say we have, we're going to say for x in range, you need a parentheses, and let's say our range is 6. Basically, our index is going to go all the way until it gets to the end of this range, but it's not going to print the end increment, or the end value of the range, not increment, my bad. So let's say print x, so it's going to print 0 through 5. Forgot that colon. There we go. And then you can also set a start and an end. So let's say we didn't want to start at 0 and we want 2. And let's say we want to end at 11. What's going to happen, I'm just going to comment this right here. It will print from 2 to 8. It's just like the example before. It is not going to print the end increment. It's going to stop at the end. There you go, printed from 2 to 10. And we can also set our increment if we don't want it to be 1, and that's going to be our third argument. So let's say we want to print in increments of 3, and it's not going to go past 11. So you may think that it would go 8, and then 9, 10, 11, and it would print 11, but it's not going to do that. It also works the same way that it did in the other 2 examples. I hope these basic examples helped you guys understand more about for loops in Python, and our next video is going to be about while loops in Python. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!